Yo, is it on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another video. We want to discuss. I want to discuss Sean Payton, and that Denver Broncos move. So it's a lot of. I think most people like 50-50 on what's going on, right? So from my perspective, my point of view, you already went all in on Russ. We'll see how that go for the next year after that, if we get to it next year after that. How much of a bad idea that was. This past year, it was a terrible idea. He by far has the worst year of his career. It wasn't even close. It was an absolutely abysmal year, just about as worst as you can get. He also had a terrible, terrible coach. Sorry, terrible coach. So Denver decided to retool, get rid of the coach, keep the quarterback, and go forward with Sean Payton. And they traded first round draft pick, second round draft picks. Um, and they got a third round back in like 2023 or 2024, whatever. From my perspective, it looks like Denver wants to compete now. They made that decision last year with how much money they gave Russ. If you in a division with Patrick Mahomes, you either sinking or you swimming. It ain't no it you don't have a choice. Justin Herbert added into that, you either floating or you sinking. So to me, it feels like Denver wants a spot. They're fighting for a spot. I saw like Adam Schefter's initial tweet with people saying, "Oh, well, they're in the division with Mahomes and Urban. Why would they do this? This is why you do this because either you want to compete or you don't. Um, with Patrick Mahomes, you're probably gonna come in second more times than not. So this to me, this means they want to at least compete with San Diego. They want to compete with the rest of the AFC, and I think for those moves in general, you got a good look. Um, you got Sean Payton, who is an innovative coach. He brought a lot out of the Saints. A lot of us in modern times, we say modern times because the Super Bowl, they won a Super Bowl like '08. It's a while ago. It's a long time ago. 2008 is a long time ago. We seem to forget, and like I said, 2008 was a long time ago. The absolute irrelevance that the Saints had really before 2005. Before 2005, the Saints will be what the Bengals are now. Well, what the Bengals were before Burrow. Like just this middling team, this floating team, and it just was what it was every year. Um, no matter what they did, Sean Payton and Drew Brees changed that trajectory dramatically. They competed for. They've been a competitive team since 2005, pretty much. I think Denver is looking for some of that same things. And again, Russell Wilson had a terrible year, an abysmal year, an awful year, the worst year he's ever had, the worst year most people ever gonna have. But the coach was trash too. They addressed the coach situation. We'll see what happens. I think if you're in a division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert at this point, you're either sinking or you're swimming. And we just saw the Chargers. We didn't just see. We heard the whole year that the Chargers was maybe going after Sean Payton. So if you don't go after Sean Payton, you kind of just choosing to just sink. Um, so I think it's an all right move. As far as trying to stay competitive, I think they still don't have no running backs. I think they still don't have no wide receivers. They don't have no tight ends. All they got is an above average defense. So will it change much? No. As far as competitiveness, um, this is like a boxer telling the corner, "Yo, I'm all right," even though he punch drunk, he be getting towed up, be getting lit up. And the boxer's like, "No, let me finish this fight." So this how I see it. I think it's a good move as far as trying to stay competitive. Will it work? Probably not. Probably not. But what y'all think? Leave a note in the comments. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and